Mothers of Srebrenica. I'm going to be turned over to the side while I'm reading this because I'm going to try not to cry my eyes out because this is horrifying to read. But it should be said, it has to be public. Mothers of Srebrenica. Here we go. More than 8,000 Bosniak men and boys were slaughtered mercilessly by Serbs in Srebrenica, who wanted Bosnia and Herzegovina's land, who murdered in cold blood. It was all planned. Mass graves were found on every single corner. Because torture is how Chetniks spend their time. They wanted to display their dominance over us and commit acts against humanity, their favorite crime. The United Nations lie directly to our face. Yeah, the United Nations are just, I don't even know why the UN exists, because they don't do jack shit. The United Nations lie directly to our face. They said that Srebrenica was a safe zone, but clearly they did not protect us at all, judging by the number of bodies and bone. Graffiti showed the text of a Duchbat UN soldier who said that Bosnian women had no teeth. He thought they smelled like shit and had mustaches too. It seemed that evil took over and shared its view. A member of the Red Berets spoke openly about how starving Bosniaks in Srebrenica was like a cat and mouse game to play. It was how nationalism continued to slay. Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Keramans and General Ratko Mladic were seen drinking a toast together to celebrate all of the innocent lives that were destroyed, all of the Bosniak heads that were on a plate. I stand by the mothers of Srebrenica. I know that Chetniks are a violent herd. I think that the entire world should know that Serbs tried to ensure the truth was blurred. Serb leaders refuse to admit that genocide is what happened to Bosniaks in Srebrenica. Tomislav Nikolic, Dodik, Šešelj, Dacic, and Vulin are an evil crew. They called the genocide in Srebrenica untrue. The filth has an extremely strong stench. Sorry, I'm just getting a little emotional reading this, as you can imagine. The filth has an extremely strong stench. It smells worse than a sewer that is old. Serbian nationalism and fierce hate thinks that it is above the law. That's why it's bold. And if I stop at some moment, just don't judge me, because you can imagine what it's like reading this. Mladen Grujic became the mayor of Srebrenica. He is an ethnic Serb that spreads vicious poison. He said that genocide never happened there. Why is there no justice for Bosniaks? This is unfair. Miloš Milovanovic, a former commander of the Serbian Guard, who represents the Serbian Democratic Party in Srebrenica, stated that the entire Srebrenica massacre was a lie. He called it propaganda, as if Bosniak people didn't die. Serbian media was controlled by Slobodan Milošević during the course of the entire Bosnian War. He told the Serbian public what he wanted them to know, so questions wouldn't be asked and ignorance could flow. The Organization of Human Rights Watch spoke the truth about how the Serbian Radical Party launched a campaign intended to undermine the July 1995 Srebrenica genocide and crime by spinning stories which degraded Bosniaks. Chetniks are such slime. I stand by the mothers of Srebrenica. I know that Chetniks are a violent herd. I think that the entire world should know that Serbs tried to ensure the truth was blurred. Bosniaks were terrorized by bullets and shells. Serbs claimed the lives of small boys and men. The VRS, Army of Republika Srpska, and Skelani platoon enjoyed the wailing of Bosniaks, their signature tune. Russians Romanians, Ukrainians, Bulgarians, and Greeks fought alongside Chetniks, supporting their Orthodox brothers. Radovan Karadzic proudly decorated 4 Greeks for helping bring extraordinary pain to Srebrenica's mothers. Some Bosniaks were so terrified of being killed that they committed suicide in order to escape the turmoil of being tortured by the Chetniks, as they collected skulls and indulged in rape. Streets were littered with pools of blood and corpses. People shook with terror. They couldn't think straight. Screams, cries, and gunshots showed the damage done by Serbs who wanted all Bosniaks to have an expiration date. Oh my God. Genocidal madness was the goal of this mission, but Russia vetoed a UN Security Council resolution, refusing to admit that what happened in Srebrenica was an act of genocide. So they caused dirty pollution. Yeah. More reasons to hate the Russian government, am I right? Yeah. Fuck Putin. I will say that. Fuck Putin. This is how Russia supported crimes committed by Chetniks, by trying to help them wash their filthy hands clean. But their lack of conscience is very apparent. It rules every choice they make, splashing blood on the scene. Oh God, yeah. Russia doesn't want the events in Srebrenica to be declared a genocide. They don't want the truth to be out. So they refuse to accept a UN resolution, even if it's obvious that Russia's manipulative strategy is designed to cause doubt. Chetniks slaughtered around 1,000 Bosniaks in the town of Srebrenica in the year 1942. So this is not the first time that nationalistic hate was unleashed upon Bosniak lives, sealing their fate. On the 10th anniversary of the Srebrenica massacre, more than 50,000 people were expected to attend the Potocari memorial ceremony that paid tribute to Bosniak victims. But 2 powerful bombs were planted that could have spelled the end. International politicians and diplomats might have died, as well as the families of innocent Bosniak boys and men. What if those bombs exploded? Chetniks would have stood with pride, smiling because of their sadistic minds, happily twirling a bloody pen. Serbs murdered Safet Fezic, Asmir Alispahic, Sidik Salkic, as well as Smile Ibrahimovic, Dino Salihovic, and Juso Delic. These killers called themselves the Scorpions to display power. They thought they were gods, that they ruled society's tower. There is a video online that shows the brutality of this crime, how a Serbian Orthodox priest blessed them to show support. These Serbs were so confident that Chetniks would win the war. They thought they would never see the inside of a court. The cameraman of the Scorpions Massacre video was disappointed. Yeah, he was disappointed because it's like, I didn't kill everybody, right? Because the camera's battery was almost out. Can you imagine the level of evil that lived inside them? This is why good people have to fight against such scum. Nura Alispahic, the mother of Asmir, had her entire family killed. Her husband and her 2 sons are all gone. In addition to her brother, 12 of her nephews, and 5 brother-in-laws. Everyone was wiped out from the face of the earth. Their destiny was drawn. In addition to all of the hell that she went through, Nura's daughter died after the Bosnian War because of intense grief. Why do Serbs get to do whatever they want to Bosniaks, but then receive prison sentences that are very brief? I'm sick of the oppression, constant trauma, and despair. I'm sick of seeing innocent people have to live in fear. Being heroic needs to become common, not something rare. Otherwise, war, genocide, and hate will always be near. Thanks for listening.